Bang! Neeves knives. I'm Jared, and today we're going to talk about the new JACKWOLF knife, the VENOM. Now, this is available right now. I will link it down in the description. There's 4 different options available, or at least there will be. So get to it quick if you do want to get one. Now, I will say that I'm always struggling. I'm figuring out which one's my favorite. This is my favorite out of all the JACKWOLF knives. These are not all of them. These are my favorite ones. But this one is now my absolute favorite JACKWOLF knife, and I'm going to explain exactly why it is. And then we'll look at a couple of these ones here in a minute, but these ones I absolutely love as well. But first, let's check this knife out really quick, and then we'll go over exactly why it's my favorite one, because I have to show those in order to explain it. But this is an M390 Wharncliffe blade with a beautiful satin finish, titanium scales with this with this gold carbon fiber, like shred carbon fiber or marbled carbon fiber. I forget the name of it, but honestly, I didn't pick this out. Ben always picks them out and just sends it to me, and I'm very, very thankful. So thank you, and shout out to Ben from JACKWOLF Knives for always including me. I can't express how much I appreciate it. I love these knives, and I feel blessed that I'm able to get these the way I do from him, and he always includes me. So thank you. But if I would have picked it, I would have picked the orange fat carbon fiber. Not saying I don't like this one. They're all nice. That's the thing. It doesn't matter which one you get. They're all badass. The micarta's really good quality, but he always has one that has like a pop of color that's a fat carbon fiber one. And the one this month, or, with this run, it's like an orange fat carbon fiber, and I love it. I think it looks so badass. But every time there's always one that has a pop of color, and I can't decide like if I would rather have them all in fat carbon fiber or have some mixed up. I'm happy that I have it mixed up, but you get what I'm saying though. Like, it's just cool. You don't really see some of these colors. At least I've never seen some of these. Like, I don't think I've ever seen pink fat carbon fiber before this knife, or at least I've never had it in hand, which is just absolutely amazing. But getting into this one, the carbon fiber has this gold, flaky swirliness to it that looks really, really good. It really plays with the light. Nice big hardware. You can see the satin finish on the back spring, and the titanium is done extremely well. The fit, the finish, and then the walk and talk and action on this is amazing, because, and this is one reason why, or one thing that I really appreciate about my gentleman knives or slip joints, is how much the blade pops out. I want quite a bit of blade popping out. I want to be able to grab the blade with authority and easily open it. And with this one, it is super easy. So it allows the spring to be strong. It allows you to have a nice strong spring, but it doesn't feel like a strong spring because, you have leverage on the handle and the blade. So it's super easy. So while the spring is probably a 7, it feels like a 4, if that makes sense. Once you hit the half stop, that's about a 6, or about 7. So we have a 7 on the opening and a 7 on the half stop. But like I said, the initial opening feels like a 4 because of how much leverage you have. And when it opens up with authority. This full hollow ground Wharncliffe blade has incredible geometry. It is super, super thin behind the edge. It is about 10 thousandths behind the edge on this one in particular. 10 thousandths behind the edge. So super thin geometry, and this thing's an absolute laser beam. Now when you move back here to the handle, you see how the handle kind of angles down right here. Well, that gives you a lot of comfort, and that's why I love this one so much. Now if I turn it around, it's also equally as comfortable in a reverse grip. And the reason why you can take a handle that's shaped this way and then spin it and it be comfortable is because your fingers will manipulate to the shape of the spine more so than your palm will. So if for me, you know, when it comes to these handles, I want the handle, or I like, you know, if when it comes to the best and my favorites, when the handle fits nestled in my palm really nicely, I love it. And then that same comfortable grip, I can turn around and get just as much comfort because my fingers will manipulate around the spine. So reverse grips are going to be great. Push cuts, you know, slicing, utility cuts, pinch grips, all are amazing with this one. The walk and talk. Amazing walk and talk. Now, why is it my favorite? Why is it my favorite? Let's bring these forward. So I have these basically in order. So starting with this one, the reason why this one is in my top list of ones I love, one, I love the fat carbon fiber with the blue and the purple, but also because of this blade shape. Come on, focus. Because of this blade shape. This blade shape is a beautiful hollow spear point. I absolutely love spear points, and this is a great example of a very useful spear point. Now, the reason why it's not higher on the list is because the blade doesn't stick out of the handle as much. So, you know, I don't get as good of a grip. Now, do I get a good grip? Yeah, it's fine, but not as much as some of the others. Now, this guy, the blade shape's not my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of these clip points that have trailing points. I'm just not a big fan of the trailing point clip points. But I absolutely love this handle. One, the pop of pink, it looks so cool. And then the angles, it fits perfectly in your hand. And like I was saying before, you know, because your fingers can manipulate around the spine, when you turn it around, it's still extremely comfortable, like to cut straps and stuff. Pinch grips, super comfortable. Yeah. It's a very comfortable knife, and a lot of it hangs out. So it's easy. Listen to that walk and talk. It's easy to manipulate. But because of the blade shape, it's a little bit lower on the list. These two kind of have to compete, you know, for what position they want. But this one, I absolutely love the Wharncliffe blade. The size of it is great, but it has a sway back. I love the fat carbon fiber. I think it's beautiful. But I'm not a massive fan of swaybacks. However, I do love this knife. I love how much sticks out. I love how easy it is to pull, but it's a swayback. And then the dog leg. This guy, I love this big belly spear point. So it goes from narrow to wider. And look at that swedge on the top. It's such a gorgeous blade shape and such a useful blade shape. And this one has the dog leg handle, which I do find pretty comfortable. Whether it's in a reverse grip or forward grip, I absolutely love it. But it's not as comfortable as, say, the next two. But it's still very, very comfortable. And it is very, very close. You know, like trying to pick which one I like better. Now, this one would be my second favorite now. And it has the sheep's foot deep hollow ground blade. Look at that swedge on the top. Oh, I love it. Then the handle has this like coffin shaped handle that works so comfortably in any grip, whether it's reverse, pinch grip, forward grip. It goes from narrow to wider, and it's mega comfortable. So as a working knife, this is an absolute beast. This thing will do the best work out of all these knives, hands down, because of those two reasons. Because the blade and the handle complement each other so well. The spring on this one is it's probably the snappiest of all of them. I think Stasa said the same thing about his. It's super snappy. But now the VENOM is coming in first place. And this one was in this sheath right here, but now it looks like this one's going to have to take its place. I need to get some more of these. I want to get some colors and some different kinds. I only have this one aftermarket. Now, I'm sure you guys know this if you're watching this, but the JACKWOLF knives all come with a sheath. They come with the tin can, the POG. The packaging is amazing. A nice big cloth. The whole packaging is just, it's amazing. It's like some of the best packaging you could ever ask for. But now, you know, since I have such a nice collection, thanks to Ben, I should have some more pocket sheaths, you know, maybe one to match this one, you know, maybe with some pink leather or something, maybe some green leather for this one. I don't know what I would go with. Maybe gold leather? I don't know. But, you know, it's a thought, and I should definitely reach out to somebody and like Lancelot Leathers or one of the leather companies and see if I can't get some pocket sheaths made. I know Lefty EDC's got a ton of them. And yeah, I think they look badass, so I definitely need to do that. This one, I love this one because I like that one. This fits in here better than the other one. It fits a lot better. It's nice and snug, but I can put it in my pocket and it acts like a clip. So now I don't have to reach into my pocket to get this. I just got to grab this and pull out, and this won't come out of my pocket. This will stay in my pocket when I do it. So then I can put it back when I'm done, which it makes it really easy to use. So you don't have to, you know, try to find your knife at the bottom of your pocket. So nitpicks and complaints. Really, there's only one tiny nitpick, and let's see if I can find it. There's one little tiny void on this carbon fiber, and you can barely see it. And to be honest, I could care less. It just adds a little bit of character, but it's just two little tiny dots right there that you can barely see. So not a big deal. All the knives, it came so perfect that that's hardly nothing. And then the next thing, which technically this isn't really even a negative thing, you know, it's actually a good thing. So I find this to be a positive. But with this style blade, because the handle goes down and the blade slightly cants down too, it's going to help you trap materials when you're slicing, kind of like a recurve. Or if you're cutting straps, it's going to trap the strap. Really good, right? But when you're going down on a table, you can see there's space underneath the edge. So you will have to use the tip and pull through the cut instead of slicing down to the surface because it won't cut all the way through. Now, if you lift that very thing up on top of something, then yes, then you can. And Stasa23 shows this in his video when he did a full review on this. But I personally like that feature about this knife because I think the other benefits greatly outweigh the negatives when it comes to this shape and, you know, the way it angles down a little bit. You know, it's going to, like I said, help trap and pull materials in, and it's going to help with slicing and pull cuts and utility cuts so much better. Anyways, this video is going on long enough. Like I said, everything will be linked down in the description. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.